some professional teams out there, when they interview something, they will release public, because this is your first time obviously going through with us. Hey, we interviewed so and so. A, will
Yep.
you do that?
Yeah.
And
No,
then
no,
B,
yeah, I'll answer. And it's, look, I know this is not the answer you guys want to hear, but and I know it's not because I want this or whatever. And I know it makes it tough on you guys, but if we do our job the way I want us to do it, you guys won't have anything. And I don't mean that in a derogatory way or disrespectful way. I just, before Skip Schumacher was named last night, there were 8 openings, 8. I remember some other years where there were a bunch of manager openings. I don't remember that there were this many. I'd have to go back, but that's a lot of openings. That's a lot of turnover in a lot of places. That's a lot of permission on other coaches, and that makes it incredibly challenging. And I want to be careful with my choice of words because that'll be the headline that pops up. So we, knowing that it's going to be it's going to be a very relevant point for us. Could use a much more inflammatory term, but I don't want that to
okay,
be
so you're
the
not, you won't announce anything. We've
no,
interviewed X,
my
Y,
hope is that,
okay.
look,
So
and
then,
I would tell you this. I would say the following. I've already read and seen, which is normal. You have to live under a rock, you know. And I love following all our esteemed colleagues on this call. Um, all candidate names or people that we're going to talk to, and all this kind of stuff. And not to be disrespectful, but it's all wrong. That's no one's
okay,
fault. No one's saying they have this as a source. We do not currently have a list. We have not reached out to, I will tell you, this will be the last piece. I want to give you guys something. So as I sit here today now, I might get off this call in 5 minutes and have a candidate in 20 and have a list in a day. But my focus, because this happened so quickly with SNIT, Tuesday conversation, Wednesday press conference, I wanted to get some things done internally. We have expiring contracts, we have employees. Your manager's not coming back. That creates a lot of uncertainty for staff. And my goal, and it was really a race to get to Friday in my mind, to communicate with people internally. And that was my sole focus. Sole. Not a minute spent on managers or any of that kind of stuff, because it's not fair to the people that are currently Atlanta Braves employees that need to know what's going on, I feel, and need to be communicated with. And I wasn't going to call them on Wednesday morning or Tuesday night when SNIT, obviously informed us on Tuesday and say, hey, I'm calling you, but I don't have anything to call you about. So I wanted to at least get my thoughts together, get some direction, and communicate with them. And I was able to do that by end of day last night. And now we're doing this, which obviously needed to get that done. And once that ends, I will now turn my attention to the manager, to creating a list, to having candidates. So anybody speculating, which I get it, like some of these names might become candidates, but we have not spoken to anybody, reached out to anybody, had any type of current list. That is a fact. Bobby and Snyder, obviously, the success is great. And obviously, that speaks for itself, you know? And, you know, they're their own individuals, they're their own people. So as much as Bobby and Snit had a relationship and so on, they're different. They're different individuals at the same time. So I'm trying not to give a generic answer, but you're looking for the best candidate. Clearly, I mean that speaks for itself. So you know, at the end of the day, I mean, I'd love to be able to have even close to the success that both of those guys have had. Success speaks for itself. So how it's going to end up, how it's going to look. Candidates are different. Who's available at this time of year in certain years and so on. We'll go through all that.
Alex,
Alex, are you
is
set?
there a
Go
date
ahead.
is there a date you would like to have somebody in place by, or any type of time frame?
Yeah, I mean, I've thought about that too, and of course, as soon as possible with so many openings, but you just can't rush it or force it. And it's a big decision, right? It's a big hire, so you'd love to do it sooner than later, but every team that's going through this would tell you the same thing.